Hello everyone, Namaste. This is Lucky Ledger. Thank you for viewing this video. Right, I'm here in the beautiful and tranquil rooftop garden of the Esplanade Theatres by the Bay. And my guest today is Janet Chui, who is a fine artist who specializes in creating one-of-a-kind spiritual art using watercolors. Thank you very much, Janet, for agreeing to be here with us to tell us more about yourself and to share your life story as well as your beautiful art. Right? Could you perhaps tell viewers who do not already know who you are, right, how you got started doing what you are doing right now and what inspires you and just basically your history and your background?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you, Luke, for doing this interview with me. And how I got started, I have to say that probably as soon as I could hold a pencil or a crayon, I already started drawing. And yeah, I just drew whatever I liked. I think when I first started, it's recording the things I saw around me, things like my favorite classmates, what I like doing in school, stuff like that. So I'd come home and it was basically me and a piece of paper and all the art materials I could get my hands on. I would say as time passed, my taste definitely ran into the fantastic and the fantastical, the mythical. So I was an
fantasy.
Yes, fantasy, mythology, myths and legends.
Greek gods, goddesses.
Exactly, like all the pantheons you can think of from all over the world. I was very much interested, and so my art really ran in that direction as well.
Yes.
I think outside of my reading, sometimes I would just draw, the mythical creatures that I really liked. So I think probably started off with mermaids, horses, unicorns, dragons, which I couldn't quite explain to most people, but it just...
You just have a natural affinity for it, right? Yes.
Yeah. So it was very hard to explain to people, like, where did you get your ideas? Like, some of it was from stories, but a lot of it was just, I really like those things which somehow, were considered not real.
But it's real in your thoughts, in your dreams, enhanced, it becomes a manifested reality for you. It's just on a different dimensional plane.
I wasn't sophisticated when I started off to think of it that way. For me, I really couldn't explain it. And I think as I grew older, and there was more pressure from my family or society, when I couldn't explain it, I have to say that there was almost like a block and a divide within me where I wanted to be realistic and practical and pragmatic. But on the other hand, like what I really love to draw and to paint, I just said, okay, it just comes from my imagination. I like it. I can't explain why. And I got very kind of nervous around those questions.
Yes.
I did go into a kind of a long period where I just either didn't want to explain it or I just hide whatever I was doing. I was really sensitive about it.
Well, just looking at you just look like this bohemian, gypsy or nature spirit. So I can understand how it translates into your work, your expression. And so much integral part of you, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I could see it.
I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, it was something I really stuffed down for.
You suppressed when you were younger.
I suppressed a lot of things when I was younger. Part of it was also I think I had a bit of a rebellious spirit, and in our society it can get knocked down quite a bit.
Yes.
So I would say, I think most of my early life was really trying to fit in and trying to be pragmatic like everybody else.
Yes, you even used to work in the .com company, right? You had a proper 9-to-5 corporate job, but then you decided, okay, it's time for me to follow my passions, unplug from the matrix, and do what I love, and take the road less traveled.
Yeah, so, I was what you call a really good girl when I was growing up, so wanting to please my parents, wanting to please my family, and what I thought was expected of me. I would do art, in my closet at home.
Yes.
Yes, really, almost literally in the closet.
Yeah.
And then, I would do well in school. There were definitely expectations placed upon me, which made it quite clear that maybe art wasn't something I was supposed to pursue.
Yes.
It's almost like, if you're going to waste your brains on this path, it's a waste. You should be working in this corporate job.
Actually, I think the opposite. It's a waste if people do not get to enjoy.
I agree with you now.
Artwork, and then actually, start to share some of your beautiful pieces with us. Which, by the way, when I first saw it, I fell in love with it. I even bought some of your postcards for my own collection, for myself, and I sent them to my spiritual friends, and they all love it. They all love it. They say, who is this artist? Especially the angels with the bell one and the one with the lady who's meditating, the lotus and the sacred geometry behind is beautiful, breathtaking.
Okay, I have some of them here today,
Yes.
and I can just kind of show you maybe where I started at
Yeah.
first. So I brought along this old piece, which kind of shows you like one of the dragons I really loved, kind of painting.
Is this using watercolor?
This
as a
is using
medium?
watercolors, and I would say I didn't really start off with that medium first, but as I worked more with it, it just gave me this. I have to say I have a brain that's like quite scientific as well as artistic. So
Yes.
there's a certain technical, expertise that you need in wielding watercolors. There's a bit of a chaotic, unpredictable element as well. So it challenges me, and that's my medium of choice.
When I think about your kind of topic, I would choose watercolors as well because there's a certain fluidity, there's a certain ease, etherealness, like gossamer feel when you use watercolors. Yeah, it's a very dreamy, magical feel. So I think watercolors is a good medium for you to use when you're painting dragons, unicorns, elves, and anything mystical and magical. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so. I enjoy using watercolors, and I would say the ease doesn't come right in the beginning, but it's something that can be practiced and developed.
Okay.
So another older dragon piece. This one.
What kind of state are you in when you're painting this art? Yeah, are you channeling, or are you just in a transcendental state or meditative state?
I would say when I first started off, I was very much in my mind only.
Yeah.
Very concerned with getting into technical details like composition, colors. A lot of trying to get the technical details right. And if I was, say, working on a custom piece for someone, then trying to maybe anticipate what they want.
Yes.
How to make them happy, really.
So there's still a commercial aspect.
There
to
was
your
a
work.
commercial aspect. I wouldn't say I've gotten rid of that commercial aspect completely, but I've definitely felt more confident in the last few years to kind of go in my own way. So this is another one.
Tell us about this piece, this angel.
Okay, so this is the angel of truth and illusion. I have to say I feel this one is a personal angel to me.
Is that your guardian angel?
Could be.
Right.
But when I first started out really exploring spirituality, I think one thing that was quite central to the answers I was seeking was actually what is real and what is illusion.
Yes.
So hence this guardian angel kind of came about to maybe part the veil for me.
Okay. This is one of the pieces I bought from her. I really like it. Yeah, beautiful.
So this is called the angel with bells on. It's a bit of a whimsical piece. This was actually done for a Christmas actually.
I love it because it's the floating bells. It feels like it's in heaven. The Roman pillars, the Merkaba he's holding. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite angels as well. So the angels are something that I definitely started within the last 5 years, and then the sacred geometry within the last.
Speaking of sacred geometry, the next one features it. This is another piece that I bought from her as a greeting card. And you can see the flower of life motif behind the Merkaba, the heart chakra. It's beautiful. We should do an entire series based on this.
There is an entire series that is going to come up with this. And I have to say the sacred geometry was something I discovered within the last year that, of course, everyone, I think by now, who is watching this channel has probably seen the flower of life and kind of understand, at least in a small way, its significance. But for me, when I first started drawing it out, I discovered that the state that I got into doing that was very different from everything I'd done before. So just now when you asked me the question of what kind of state am I in when I'm doing these pictures, I can tell you how I've kind of developed over time. Because when I first started out, it was like something to please myself, and then I just went into the technical aspects of it. So a lot of it was just inside up here. As I became more aware and more conscious, and I really wanted to, have more of that awareness in my drawings, it became a more heart-centered kind of art making. I would make sure that actually my motivation is clear
And pure.
And if there were beings I could feel around me who wanted to help, it was kind of this like, are you here to help me and what's the message you want to bring? And only if it resonated with me, then this conversation would actually start. And yeah, it painting became even more fun and even more.
For sure. When you're going with the flow, you feel more in tune and natural for you.
Yeah, so that happens and it becomes like, it's like a party in my studio when that happens. In contrast, the sacred geometry pieces, this one's rotatable by the way. In contrast, the sacred geometry pieces were very interior. So when I start off with the flower of life, that's when I see what the piece is going to be. And it's like, it's straight, it's very direct. There's no like, should I do this, should I do that? The knowing is just there immediately.
Nice, yeah, because the intuitive process, you don't need to think, because unconscious competence, you just naturally go and this comes out, right? Okay, I mean, I'm sure right now everyone's probably thinking, where can I go to buy your art, right?
Okay, where you can go to, well, first of all, you can probably see most of it on my own website, which is www.janetchui.net. And actually from there you can get to my Facebook page, which is updated semi-regularly with my work in progress photos. That's actually part of the process. I really like sharing a lot. I also sell some of my items on Etsy. And everything can be, all the different links can be found on
So the viewers can purchase your art, not just view them, both on your website as well as your Etsy site, Etsy page. Alright, I'll be providing the links below this video, so you can just click on it, alright? Okay, Janet, could you as well share with the audience, right, what are some of the upcoming projects that you are focused on right now?
Okay, well, definitely I'm still working on my Sacred Geometry series, and how large that series is going to be, I have no idea, but I really want to make some major progress on it this year. That's going to be ultimately a card deck.
Is it a tarot card or an oracle deck?
It's an oracle
deck. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be an oracle deck, and
I really want one. Please reserve one for me.
Okay, sure. And the kind of the working title I've got for it right now is Sacred Dance. And actually, it's very nice to actually explore dance at the same time that I'm working on this series.
So it's like dancing elves and fairies?
And actually physical dance on my own part as well, because I feel that it unlocks something and it drives me to work larger and not just to actually kind of see the pictures and then put it out, but I can work with the picture like out in, almost with your body, whole body. Feel it, the whole body.
I feel you.
Cool. And other projects I'm working on, I'm looking forward to some collaborations with other writers, and all of it will be on spiritual topics. So really hoping that.
So do you writing the text and you provide the illustration?
Actually, I do have a background in journalism and
as well.
publishing.
Oh, so multi-talented.
Yeah, that was part of my corporate history. You could say. So a lot of things that when you mention my corporate job, it's things that I've done in the past that I thought had completely no bearing on this spiritual awakening and what the direction I'm moving forward into now. But yeah, I enjoy editing. I love writing. That was actually kind of my major when I went to school. So I'm kind of still doing art and yet going back to writing in this roundabout way where now I feel that it's about, it's going to be about spiritual topics, about sacred geometry, about dreaming as well. That the stuff that I kept suppressed is now up. I can't deny it anymore, and it's going to come out in both art and books.
Amazing. So you're definitely looking forward to your oracle deck and your books, right? Okay, thank you, Janet, for sharing with us your thought processes.
Thank you so much for asking me these good questions.
Is there anything else you would like to end with?
Well, if you are in Singapore and you'd like to catch me at markets, again, there's good reason to kind of follow me on my Facebook page. What's also upcoming this year is actually I'm now involved with a holistic center in the Chui area in Singapore called One Heart. So look for One Heart Singapore online on Facebook as well. I'll be running some meditations and kind of art and creativity classes there. And so those who are able to join me, I really hope that you can join me there.
You can also catch Janet in some of the artist fairs, like the Samsara Fair, as well as the one at the Red Dot Museum.
Yes.
Right? That's called, what's the name of that?
The short name is MAD,
Mad,
and
right.
it is the market
for
of
artists and designers. That's it, yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
yes.
So and Public Garden as well.
Public garden
In the
not
past,
very
in the
often,
past.
but
Okay.
yeah, always keep track on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I broadcast everything.
Okay. So thank you, Janet, for
Thank you.
sharing with us your talent and your beauty. Right. We wish you the best, and please support artists like Janet. Right. She could do with more customers, and seed out the love and seed out the beauty. The world needs more beautiful art.
Thank
to
you.
inspire
Thank
us.
you so much.
Okay.
Dave.
Thank you all for watching this video. See you guys in my next video.